All right, we're here at SciFi Films Unlimited. So, guys, introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about what you're doing here.
I'm John Paul Rice. I'm a feature film producer.
I'm Mark Stolaroff, and I'm a film producer as well. And I came up with this idea of basically creating a booth that was like a collective or a co-op of indie sci-fi films that I'm familiar with, one of them being mine, but other films that I'm familiar with that are like small, innovative, like award-winning festival type of sci-fi films that often don't get noticed. They don't have a lot of money to get publicity, so people don't hear about them. But at a place like Wondercon, there are a lot of fans that walk around. They go, "Oh, I really like those little kind of movies," and so we're trying to pool our resources, have a booth, get people to sign up on our mailing list so that they can know more about these films when they're available. Some of them are still in post, some of them are just about to get distribution, so they're different stages of their development, and they can sign up, and then they don't have to kind of keep checking back. We'll let them know when the films are available.
And how many films are in the collective?
Right now there's just 5 for this booth, but I think as I kind of go on with this concept, I mean, I find out about these films all the time, and there are films like John's film is not part of the collective, but he's got a great film, which you can talk about, called Monster Killer. I'll let these people know about other films that I hear about, and films that weren't available to do the booth, as well. So it can expand beyond the 5 that we're doing here.
So if somebody has a script or has a pitch or actually has a film that they produced, how would they get in touch with you to get it to be a part of the collective and get it out there?
Well, it's a good question. Anybody can email me at any time. My email is mark@anticpictures.com. It's one of them. I also teach a filmmaking class called No Budget Film School, so if they went to nobudgetfilmschool.com, they could find out more about if they wanted to make a film, like you mentioned. If they already had a film and they had an indie sci-fi film, they could certainly contact me, and I could take a look at it and see if it was something that I thought was kind of fit the brand of what we're trying to do here, which is kind of quality indie sci-fi. And then we could absolutely let the kind of mailing list know that there's this new film and what's happening with it, and spread their links out and all that kind of stuff.
One thing I want to expand upon is Mark is one of the reasons why I'm here today, because 5 years ago, my producing partner and I went to his no-budget film school. And what he talks about in that class is about embracing your limitations, using what is available to you and your resources around you, rather than thinking about what money you need in order to make things happen. And so in the spirit of that, in Wondercon, I'm here today to support it because I'm all about discovering the new artists. That's what WonderCon was about. That's what Comic-Con used to be about. It was about finding those guys that haven't yet rise to the cream of the crop at the top, but they're on their way up and they've got the talent and the potential, and also to engage directly with fans. That's one of the things that I think everybody here loves about this, is being able to see, touch, taste, feel, get involved directly with the people that you champion and believe in.
Yeah, it's really great.
So how many films have you guys made?
He's made a whole bunch in a very short time. Mine take longer to make. I've been involved with a lot of. I mean, I guess I don't know how many I've made. Because I go way back.
Short films, feature films. Which do you seem to be making?
I'm a feature film producer, so that's what I do. I mean, I've made shorts back 1,000 years ago, but I've done 4 with the same filmmaker, which is kind of like your model. I mean, you've made 4 with Edgar.
Now, other than just writers or people that are actually in the production side of things, what about actors, even costume designers, things like that? I'm sure you're looking for those as well. They still can contact you through the same...
Yeah, sure. We've had people come sign up who are like, hey, I'm a visual effects artist, or I'm an actor, I'm interested in maybe being in these kinds of films. It's like, get on our mailing list, and if you want to send an email back to me, and once you're on, you'll get my email. So to say, hey, I'm an actor, then I can kind of spread that out to the different filmmakers that are, part of the thing. So sure.
Okay. Now, one quick question for all of the aspiring filmmakers out there. Everybody has their own hurdles that they're trying to get over. What is the one thing that you would tell them is to this is what you need to do just to get going?
Well, let's see.
It's a loaded question.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to think, because I certainly talk about these kinds of things. Concentrate on the story. Find a great story that hasn't been told yet, or a story that's been told 1,000,000 times, but you've got a new way to tell it. So find something unique. That's the first thing I would say. Find something unique, whatever that is. And then concentrate on the story and concentrate on the performances. Make sure that they're great, because they have to be great. And then the rest of it, just make it fall into place. If you're worried about what camera you're shooting on, and you're working with very little money. If you're working a lot of money, that's fine. But if you're working for $10,000 and you're worried about the camera you're shooting on, you're already getting away from what people really care about.
Sure.
So,
and to add to that is having passion for your work, and working with people that you trust and believe in what you're doing. There is nothing better than having a group of people together who are all setting out on a mission to do something that they are feeling is beneficial to all of them. And even if you're not the most talented, you don't have the best equipment, you don't have the most money or the greatest locations in the world, that enthusiasm spills over and infects everybody. And so everybody will work just a little bit harder for themselves to do a good job.
All right, so guys, tell them one more time where they can come to see the films and to find out more information.
well, I wish we had a website for this, which we don't. So they can't come to the SciFi Films Unlimited website. They can come to No Budget Film School website and email me, but there actually is a website that does cater to this kind of filmmaking, and he's a very good friend of mine. He would have been here. He would have been part of this booth if he didn't have a kid and was in San Francisco, but it's called homemadesci-fi.com. So it's the same concept. It's just he actually has a website, so they could go there.
Facebook page they can follow you?
We got a bunch of them. So yeah, I don't know. They can come to the pigpicture.com. They can come to
95ers.com.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Monster
Project.
Killer, what's your website?
Monster Killer Movie at Facebook.com, Monster Killer Movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of ways that somebody can get in touch with you. So they have absolutely no excuse in the world. If they want to make a film or if they want to be a part of this, they can track you down no matter
I'm
where.
easy to find on the internet. Yeah, there's no problem with that. Yeah.
All right, great guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.